Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's A24’S hurricane party slasher satire that somehow plays like Clue, crash landing into a Gen Z group chat. From the opening needle drops to the pitch black power outage, I had a blast with this movie. It's smart, it's mean, and it's very, very funny. Quick heads up, this review may contain the occasional minor spoiler as I talk about the movie, but I'll do my best to avoid them. Two girlfriends, Sophie and Bee, roll up to a ridiculous mansion to wait out a hurricane with rich friends, David, Emma, Alice, Jordan, and the older new guy, Greg. They drink, they vape, they doom scroll, and they decide to play the party game Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. The lights go out, a body is found, accusations fly, more people die, you know the vibes. What makes this movie sing is the way the chaos escalates from petty social interactions into a life or death paranoia. I love Gen Z, but sometimes we are complete morons. A dumb slap game becomes a referendum on everyone's friendship. A power outage becomes an existential crisis. And the ultimate reveal cements the idea that you shouldn't jump to conclusions without proof. Modern generations are always looking for scapegoats and never take the time to pause, reflect, and think. I think this movie perfectly captures why that's a problem in a very funny way. This movie is actually a tragic chain reaction of insecurity, clout chasing, and terrible, terrible conflict skills. What's crazy about this movie is that if my girlfriends experienced a murder in the middle of a hurricane, I'm sure this is how they would react. Even though this movie is satire, it is painfully believable. Also, as a side thing, anytime Utah is mentioned in a movie, I have to shout that out. I love the little detail that Bee went to Utah State. It plays a little into the story and the drama. Under the hood, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is less a slasher and more a comedy of manners dressed in glow sticks. It's about how allyship, podcasts, and therapy speak get weaponized when the room turns on you. The tone balances farce and dread. You're laughing at a Libra moon credential check 1 minute and then gasping as a pool of blood spreads on the floor. This movie is like a pressure cooker play. Characters circle and monologue and settle the score so the punchlines come straight from the character dynamics. Making things even better, the ensemble clicks. The casting feels real and believable, even with the crazy age gap with Greg and the 20-something-year-olds. He's affable, competent, a little weird, and frighteningly out of place. I love how given his age, he's the first to be accused. Maria Bakalova plays Bee and she is our proxy. She's great as an outsider crashing the friend group. Her quiet lying and shyness add a real human vulnerability. Amanda Lestenberg is great as Sophie. I love how her performative serenity cracks the second she's confronted. Rachelsennott delivers an incredible performance as Alice. She was easily my favorite character. She was insecure, postured, and hilarious, so I need to watch more of her movies. David is played by Petedavidson, and he's a foul-mouthed, coked-up center of gravity. He's funny, petty, and deeply threatened by Greg's competence. His macho jealousy is the bane of his existence. The other cast members like Mila and Chase Sui Wonders are also great. I had fun with everyone and loved the improvisational freedom they had on set. It fed the film's messy, true-to-life crosstalk. As a result, this is one of the horror comedies where the laughs don't water down the stakes. Visually, the film's triumph is turning a power outage into a lighting playground. iPhone beams and headlamps feel tactile but legible. It's a bit chaotic, and I love how the film embraces a moving camera and claustrophobic blocking. I love that even with the low light sources, the geography of the mansion is legible. The constant rain outside is great. I love how it hammers the home and windows. It sells the isolation while still giving us a wet and glossy texture. Would I have loved a little more neon lighting in this movie? Sure. But the blackout makes the occasional saturated color like a glow stick or a pool light feel like a flare in enemy territory. The house itself is perfect. It's an extravagant playground for a bunch of entitled friends, so I have zero complaints about the setting and production. The music in this movie slaps. Daddy AF by Slater pounds the opening, and across the film we get a curated set of girly pop. I especially loved Azalea Banks' 212. The charlixcx bratty energy in this film was off the charts. It helped transform the characters from hot baddie mode to hostile. Adding to the needle drops, the score is pulsing. It coils tighter and tighter as the group implodes. The score in the movie isn't wall to wall, but when it sneaks in, your shoulders go up and keep you excited to see what's next. The final thing I'll mention is that this movie is 95 minutes. That is a short runtime, and it feels even shorter because this movie is so engaging. Everything genuinely goes by in a flash. This is easily one of the best horror comedies I've seen, especially because it's Gen Z and feels relatable to me. The pacing, the direction, and the runtime are perfect in this movie. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is a horror comedy that completely sticks the landing. It's sharp, self-aware, and chaotic in all the best ways. It's a mirror to how ridiculous and toxic my generation can get when ego and insecurity take the wheel. I love that it never takes itself too seriously, yet still manages to say something meaningful about communication, accountability, and the way social hierarchies crumble under pressure. Between the killer soundtrack, the hilarious writing, and the anxiety-inducing atmosphere, this movie fires on every cylinder. It's stylish, satirical, and genuinely entertaining from start to finish. This is one of A24's better films. If you want to see a snapshot of Gen Z absurdity wrapped in horror and humor, I can happily recommend this movie. Thank you for listening to my review of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.